Listen up. Right now, there are two kinds of people in this room. Those who are waiting and those who are working. Which one are you? Because let me tell you something. Success doesn't wait for you to feel ready. It doesn't knock on your door and say, hey, is now a good time? No. It rewards the ones who get up and work, the ones who push, fight, and refuse to quit. So ask yourself, are you going to sit on the sidelines, or are you going to step up, take action, and create the life you were born for? Success belongs to those who take action. That's the truth that separates the dreamers from the doers, the ones who talk about success from the ones who actually achieve it. Too many people sit on the sidelines waiting for the perfect moment, the ideal conditions, or some external motivation to push them forward. But here's the harsh reality, that moment never comes. If you're waiting to feel ready, you'll be waiting forever. The people who achieve massive success in life aren't necessarily the smartest, the most talented, or the ones with the most resources. They are the ones who make a decision, take action, and refuse to stop until they reach their goal. Think about it. How many times have you heard someone say, I'll start working out when I have more time, or I'll launch my business when I feel more confident, or I'll go after my dream when I have everything figured out? These are the same people who years later are still stuck in the same place with the same excuses, wondering why nothing has changed. The world doesn't reward those who wait, it rewards those who move. Every great success story is built on action. Look at any successful entrepreneur, athlete, or leader, and you'll see the same pattern, massive, consistent action, even in the face of uncertainty, fear, or discomfort. They didn't wait until they had everything perfectly planned. They jumped in, adapted along the way, and figured it out as they went. The biggest obstacle holding most people back is not a lack of opportunity or talent, it's hesitation. The mind plays tricks, whispering doubts and fears, convincing you that you need more time, more skills, more experience before you can start. But the truth is, experience comes from action. Confidence is built through doing. Every single person who is great at something today was once a beginner who simply took that first step. Action is the antidote to fear. The moment you start moving, your brain shifts from anxiety to problem-solving mode. The longer you hesitate, the bigger the fear grows, creating an endless cycle of inaction. The fastest way to break free from that cycle is to stop overthinking and just start. Start messy, start imperfectly, start without all the answers, but start. Success is not a single giant leap. It's the result of thousands of small steps taken consistently over time. It's about waking up every day and making the choice to push forward no matter what. Some days will be harder than others. Some days you won't feel like it, but feelings don't create success. Action does. The discipline to show up, put in the work, and keep going even when motivation fades is what separates those who succeed from those who don't. Think of it like building a muscle. The first few reps feel tough, your body resists, your mind tries to convince you to quit, but if you push through, your muscles adapt, grow stronger, and eventually what once felt impossible becomes second nature. The same principle applies to success in any area of life. The more you take action, the easier it becomes. The more you step outside your comfort zone, the bigger your comfort zone gets. No one is going to hand you success. No one is coming to save you or do the work for you. If you want something, you have to go get it. That means getting up early, staying up late, pushing through frustration, and showing up even when you don't feel like it. It means making sacrifices, staying committed when progress feels slow, and refusing to quit when things get tough. The most successful people aren't special. They simply made a decision and took action. They didn't wait for permission. They didn't let fear dictate their future. They understood that the only way to achieve their goals was to get up and work. Discipline is the foundation of success. Most people believe that motivation is the key to achievement, that feeling excited and inspired is what drives great accomplishments. But the truth is, motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes. Some days you wake up feeling unstoppable, ready to conquer the world. Other days you don't feel like doing anything at all. If you rely on motivation alone, your progress will be inconsistent, and inconsistency is the enemy of success. Discipline, on the other hand, is what keeps you moving forward even when you don't feel like it. It's what separates those who dream from those who achieve. Discipline means showing up and doing the work, not because you feel like it, but because you made a commitment to yourself. It means pushing through discomfort, frustration, and fatigue. Knowing that every small action adds up over time. Think about the most successful people in any field, athletes, business leaders, artists, or anyone at the top of their game. They didn't get there by working only when they felt inspired. They got there by developing unshakable discipline. They trained when they were tired. They studied when they were bored. They worked when everyone else was out having fun. They understood that success is not about how you feel in the moment. It's about what you do consistently over time. Building discipline starts with a decision. You have to decide that your goals matter more than your feelings. You have to commit to showing up every day, no matter what. It's not about being perfect. It's about creating habits that keep you moving forward even when motivation disappears. If you only go to the gym when you feel like it, you'll never get in shape. If you only work on your goals when you're excited, you'll never build anything meaningful. True progress happens when you show up on the hard days, the boring days, the days when you would rather do anything else. Discipline is a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. At first, it's hard. Your mind will resist. It will try to convince you to take the easy way out, to put things off, to quit when things get uncomfortable. But if you push through that resistance, something incredible happens. You become stronger. You develop the ability to control your actions rather than letting your emotions dictate your choices. Over time, what once felt difficult becomes second nature. One of the best ways to build discipline is to create non-negotiable habits. Decide in advance what you're going to do and stick to it no matter what. Set a schedule and follow it, whether you feel like it or not. If you commit to working out 3 times a week, treat it like a meeting that cannot be canceled. If you commit to waking up early, don't hit snooze. Get up and start your day. The more you stick to your commitments, the easier it becomes. Another key to discipline is learning to embrace discomfort. Most people avoid discomfort at all costs. They take the easy path, the path of least resistance. But growth only happens outside your comfort zone. Every time you push yourself to do something difficult, you expand your limits. You prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you thought. The more you embrace discomfort, the more unstoppable you become. Your success is determined by what you do consistently, not what you do occasionally. The small daily actions, the habits you build, the discipline you develop, these are the things that create lasting success. It's easy to work hard for a day, a week, or even a month. But real success comes from doing the work day after day, year after year. At the end of the day, you have a choice. You can live your life controlled by your feelings, waiting for motivation to push you forward, or you can take control, build discipline, and create success on your own terms. The choice is yours. Your mindset is the foundation of everything you do. The way you think about work, effort, and success determines the actions you take and the results you get. Most people go through life believing that success is based on external factors, luck, circumstances, or natural talent. But in reality, success is built from the inside out. It starts with your mindset. If you believe that hard work is a burden, you will avoid it. If you see challenges as obstacles, you will give up when things get tough. But if you shift your mindset, if you start seeing effort as an opportunity rather than a chore, everything changes. Your mind is like a lens through which you see the world. If your lens is cloudy with doubt, negativity, or excuses, you will struggle to take action. But if your lens is clear, if you train yourself to see effort as a privilege rather than a punishment, you will begin to unlock your full potential. Instead of thinking, I have to do this, you must shift to, I get to do this. That small change in perspective is powerful. It turns obligations into opportunities. It transforms resistance into motivation. Think about the most successful people in the world. They don't see work as something they have to do. They see it as something they get to do. They wake up every day excited to improve, to push their limits, to create something great. It's not because they were born that way. It's because they trained their minds to think differently. They programmed themselves to embrace challenges instead of running from them. They developed a mindset that allows them to thrive in discomfort. If you want to achieve success, you must start by rewiring the way you think about work and effort. You must replace negative self-talk with empowering beliefs. When you hear yourself saying, this is too hard, replace it with, this is making me stronger. When you feel like quitting, remind yourself that growth happens when you push through. When you catch yourself complaining, shift your focus to gratitude. Be thankful that you have the opportunity to improve yourself. Your thoughts shape your actions, and your actions shape your future. If you constantly tell yourself that something is impossible, you won't even try. But if you believe that every challenge is an opportunity, you will find a way to make it happen. The most successful people aren't the ones who have the easiest path. They are the ones who have the strongest mindset. They don't crumble under pressure. They rise to the occasion. They don't wait for motivation, they create it. One of the most important mindset shifts you can make is understanding that success is not an event, it's a process. Most people think that success is something that happens overnight, as if one big moment changes everything. But the truth is, success is built one step at a time, one decision at a time. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you move closer to your goals. Every time you push through self-doubt, you build confidence. Every time you take action, even when it's hard, you separate yourself from those who are stuck in inaction. Your mindset also determines how you handle failure. People with a fixed mindset see failure as a reason to quit. They take setbacks personally, as if they are proof that they aren't good enough. But people with a growth mindset see failure as feedback. They understand that every mistake is a lesson. Every setback is a stepping stone. They don't let failure define them, they use it to refine them. If you want to transform your life, you must first transform your mindset. Stop seeing hard work as something to avoid. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop making excuses. Instead, train yourself to see challenges as opportunities. Develop the ability to push through discomfort. Learn to love the process, not just the result. Because once you shift your mindset, nothing can stop you. The only limits that exist are the ones you place on yourself. And when you remove those limits, the possibilities become endless. Success is not about making one big move. It's about the small, consistent actions you take every single day. Too many people believe that greatness comes from a single breakthrough, a massive opportunity, or a stroke of luck. But if you look at the most successful people in any field, you'll see that their achievements didn't happen overnight. They were built through relentless consistency, small daily habits stacked over time until success became inevitable. Think about it like building a wall. If you try to build it all at once, it will collapse. But if you lay one brick every single day, carefully, intentionally, with precision, eventually that wall becomes unbreakable. The same applies to your goals. You don't need to make giant leaps. You just need to show up and put in the work day after day, no matter how small the progress may seem. The biggest mistake people make is underestimating the power of small actions. They think that if something doesn't bring immediate results, it's not worth doing. That's why most people quit the gym after a few weeks, stop working on their business after a few months, or abandon their goals when they don't see instant success. They don't realize that every rep, every effort, every disciplined action is compounding, just like interest in a bank account. At first, the progress is barely noticeable, but over time it explodes into massive results. Success is simply the result of habits. What you do every day matters far more than what you do once in a while. If you want to be in great shape, it's not about one intense workout, it's about exercising regularly. If you want to master a skill, it's not about cramming for hours one day, it's about practicing consistently. If you want to build wealth, it's not about making one big financial move, it's about making smart money decisions every single day. Every great achievement in history was built through compounding effort. Athletes train daily, not just when they feel like it. Business leaders make strategic decisions consistently, not just when it's easy. Writers, artists, and innovators create something every day, not just when inspiration strikes. They understand that their success is built, brick by brick, step by step. The key to mastering consistency is focusing on the process, not just the outcome. If you only care about results, you will get discouraged when they don't come fast enough. But if you learn to fall in love with the process, you will keep going long enough to see the results. A runner doesn't just run for the race, they learn to enjoy the training. A musician doesn't just play for the concert, they love the practice session. A successful entrepreneur doesn't just work for the money, they become obsessed with improving their craft every single day. Another crucial factor in consistency is accountability. If you rely only on willpower, you will fail. Willpower fades, motivation disappears, and distractions come in. That's why you must create systems that force you to stay on track. Set a schedule, find a mentor, surround yourself with people who push you to be better. Remove temptations that pull you away from your goals. The more you design your environment for success, the easier it becomes to stay consistent. It's also important to understand that small wins matter. Every time you follow through on a commitment, you build momentum. Every time you push yourself a little further, you build confidence. Progress isn't always obvious, but that doesn't mean it's not happening. When a tree grows, you don't see the roots expanding underground, but they are. When an ice cube melts, you don't notice the change until it reaches a certain temperature. But the shift was happening all along. Your success works the same way. Keep showing up. Keep stacking small wins. One day, you'll look back and realize that all those little efforts added up to something extraordinary. If you want to be successful, you have to stop looking for shortcuts. There is no magic formula. There is no overnight success. The people who achieve great things simply outwork and outlast everyone else. They don't stop when things get hard. They don't get distracted by quick fixes. They understand that success is a marathon, not a sprint. Right now, you have a choice. You can keep waiting for the perfect moment, or you can start laying bricks today. You can make excuses, or you can make progress. You can be the person who looks back years from now wondering what could have been, or you can be the person who stayed consistent and made it happen. The path is simple. Show up every day, put in the work, and never stop.